Here is a comic nobody asked me to review issue 2 of. This is Young Excellent Men. I tend to go through phases with comics. Most people probably do. And at the minute, I am in an Excellent Men mood. I think it might have been that Wolfman comic where Fetish Fuel joined the Bondage Club. That reminded me how sexy the Excellent Men can be. Anyway, here is a comic starring children. It has a bad cover. The art for the cover is great. It is by Ken Dodd or whoever. But it's just two lasses. It's two lasses who are not main characters. They are the supposed antagonists, but it's just two lasses. They haven't included the lads who are meant to be working with them, Cannonballs and Eclipse. Also, I despise one of the two women here, and even the other one. She is drenched in the same sort of Christopher Clairvoyant bullshit, but at least with her, you can be sort of fine because you can just ignore it. We have a team of 5 young muties who have been gathered by Cyclist, soon to be 6 young muties, and they have been brought together to oppose some of the original new muties who have taken out of the Bondage Club, and the idiots didn't bother to invite Fetish Fuel. Eclipse, he doesn't look very dark-skinned there. This comic is guilty of whitewashing the Brazilians. So let's cancel this comic for not having the minorities be minority enough. We have a fight scene to start with, and we get to see 4 of these characters fight the new muties. I say 4 because Blind Spot does fuck all. And this bit at the start, it gets me every time. We have Wolf Club fighting Wolf's Girl, and that is a very sensible matchup. That is one you actually want to see. That's one that has some hind legs to it. But it is just a danger room exercise to train the team. I might consider putting that alongside my other narrative pet peeves. It's not as bad as the others, but it is cheap and it's definitely crappy in my opinion. Especially since Wolf's Girl isn't even in this story, and that is like the only fight that makes sense in Dean. So our cast of characters, they are Inky Jones, Dusk, Onyx, Wolf Club and Blind Spot. And then of course Cyclist, who is giving them their orders. I didn't mind the team or even this first story arc, but it leaves a lot to be desired. They didn't really receive enough character work. And the mad thing is that the book that came before this, it managed to offer more characterization to Dusk and Onyx, in spite of it having about 30 main characters. And here is where the issue becomes ridiculous. We have scenes like this, and this would be a wonderful time to start establishing an actual character to go with Blind Spot, but they didn't. Blind Spot, she is a problem because she was created by a talentless writer who was given the keys to the Excellent Men car because he wrote a TV show that wasn't cancelled a decade ago. So when he introduces a character like Blind Spot, a lazy trope to try and offer exposition and urgency to a plot, she gets to stick around in comics forever when she has no character or personality underneath prattling on mysteriously and incoherently about visions she has had. This scene, I suppose at least it gives Dusk something to do, but Blind Spot, she is just once again prattling on mysteriously and incoherently about visions she has gone and had. She is an abject waste of time. Then we have this bit here, and I was going to say there is a big continuity mistake because they are using portable cerebral devices, and it says that it only detects 5 muties, and I was going to say that is wrong because there are 2 reveals coming up that mean that it should only detect 4 muties. But it is quite clever because then down here it shows Gay Malkin, who is soon to actually do something besides hiding in the shadows. It shows that Gay Malkin, he is in the area. So instead I'll just point out this line here where there is an editorial mistake and Cyclist refers to the same character 3 times in a row. And these centre pages here are loose, so I have to be delicate here. We have another pitiful scene that focuses on Blind Spot. This is like crippling to the comic. We have had 3 pages that could have been spent fleshing out the characters, or even fleshing out Blind Spot. But they didn't. They just have a do some more rambling. Like this scene with her and Inky Jones, it could at least say something about Inky Jones, but it doesn't. It's just focused on Blind Spot and her cryptically teasing plot elements that are to come. One thing that I do like is there is some continuity on show here. The Extinction Years on the Excellent Men books, the continuity was a big reason why I read virtually everything. Here they actually point to a story where Magma, she went a bit power mad and she wanted revenge. It came out a few years before this. And this is pointed to as one of the reasons why the Odd New Muties team usurping the Bondage Club name isn't a good thing. So they split up into 2 groups, and we have the crap group, we have Inky Jones and Blind Spot. It's like Cyclist wants them to fail. And the Useless 2, they have been sent after Mary Sue Moonchild. What a loss to the franchise it would be if a small neutron bomb went off right now and killed all 3 of them. Then the good characters, they gone after Magma. And Magma can be art. It's just she has all this Christopher clairvoyant baggage about being a goddess to a hidden society in the Amazon that is ancient Rome in the modern day, and her being the daughter of Kate Beckinsale and Red Skull Man, because Christopher Clairvoyant, he loves nicking characters from other properties and trying to claim stakes to them. The best thing ever done with Magma was in the 90s when Fabio Nicieza showed up and he decided to retcon everything about the stupid little Roman kingdom. And she is hot, but then Christopher Clairvoyant, he came back and he retconned the retcon. So Magma, she brings down the Excellent Men plane, and we get to see the 3 young Excellent Men that people care about or could care about fighting against Magma. These 3 are worthy stars of a book. People already liked Dusk and Onyx and Wolf Club. As I said in issue 1, he was a character whose elevation to main cast wasn't a bad choice. Maybe the reason I didn't mind Inky Jones is because he twats Blind Spot in the face with a shotgun. This was the betrayal that Blind Spot was gunning on about, though. Before we end, we have a preview with art by the lucky bugger Daniel Tuna. He was gunning to be the next artist who is an overrated act before I discontinued that feature. He is garbage. Everyone looks like a porcelain doll. And what doesn't work in this book's favour is that after Yanick at the disco, the artist of this first story arc, after he leaves the book with issue 6, he is replaced with both Daniel Tuna and Raphael the Turtle, who was the first ever star of the now defunct Artists Who Are Overrated Act series. This comic, not just the art, it gets worse after this introductory story here. I think there's some missteps along the way and some bad decisions even in this, but it is readable. The art by Yanick at the disco is a highlight, and there are moments of some worth in there. I'll give this issue 7 thumbs up.